Yes, guys, welcome back to another preview with the lineup today. Of course, it's a preview. Wolves taking on Arsenal in the Premier League. The last game before the World Cup kicks off. And Arsenal go away to the Molineux. We've got two very special guests as always. We've got my co-host, we've got Seb. Welcome back, man. Big up yourself. And we've got a Wolves fan as well. Dave, how's it going, man?
Thanks for coming on. Good, man. Thanks for having me on, guys. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. And obviously we're going to start off with you talking about Wolves this season. Of course, you set your manager. You got a new manager in charge. What's been your thoughts about the start of the season? And did you really expect this to happen in terms of like a Wolves fan?
I think we were all hoping for a slightly better season. To be fair, we're struggling a little bit, as you guys know, complete opposite end of the table to you boys. But we spent a lot of money during the summer, more money than we expected to spend. To be fair, on some good players. We're struggling a little bit in terms of form, in terms of scoring goals. We're conceding a lot more goals than we have been over the last couple of years. Like you said, got a new manager, Julen Lopetegui, coming in. He won't actually be in charge for tomorrow's game, but he'll be there. First time he's going to watch Wolves this season in the flesh. So we're looking forward to seeing him, obviously. But going to be, obviously, as you boys know, going to be a tricky game, but it's not been a good season so far for Wolves.
Yeah, man, I do agree with that. And same question with you, Seb. Like, what's been your thoughts about Wolves this season?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I thought they'll be doing a lot better than they have been doing this season compared to what they've been doing the previous seasons since they've been in the Prem. But yeah, they just seem to be struggling, and also struggling to put the ball in the net. And also a few of their defenders have just completely gone. Connor Cody was kind of holding that line together, and since he's gone, it's also fallen apart. That's why you've seen them lead goals, I believe, and they have got a few injuries. Like there's one, they've got an injury with Neto. I think that's a big miss. However, I still think they are a dangerous side, and they're definitely not going to go down. I can't see them going down, but I still think tomorrow could be a tricky game, and they do still have some players that can still hurt us. But yeah, it's not been the best of seasons of them, and they have got a new manager coming in, so that will kick them on. But whether they'll be ready to start after the World Cup or wanted to use this game really to get a mark on the team, then it remains to be seen.
Yeah, and question for you, Dave, right? Obviously, going into this game, how confident are you that you're going to come, that you can actually beat Arsenal? Obviously, as a Wolves fan, do you think you're going to, could you beat us, in your opinion?
I mean, in football, anything's possible. But I said it to somebody yesterday. I think you look at the, since we've been promoted, you always look to the Arsenal games and think, actually, we could probably still get something out of this game. But this is probably the first time in sort of 4 seasons that I think pretty much all Wolves fans are writing this game off. The only sort of thing that is, we looked a little bit better last week, but for some reason, evening games at Molineux, we just seem to be up for it sometimes. And I think Arsenal are going to obviously bring a good away allocation as well. So their fans are going to be up for it. That helps our atmosphere a little bit more as well. So I think anything is possible. We know the new head coach is going to be in attendance. So like you said earlier, the players might be up for it a little bit more. But I think you guys are clear favourites to this game with the way you've been playing so far. But I would never write Wolves off. I'm always a positive going into these sort of games, but I know it'll be really tough.
Yeah, because obviously you seem to have a decent record against Arsenal. I know we beat you twice last season, but I remember when you beat us 2-1 when we wore that white kit. I think it was 2021 or something like that. And then obviously that season you beat us twice. You beat us the Emirates 2-1. You beat us the Molineux 2-1. So who knows, man? Anything can happen. I also want to ask you about Bruno Lage, right? In your opinion, was it time for him to leave?
Yeah, I think it was the right decision to let him go, but the way the club did it was just really bad. I think, everyone agreed it got to a point where the football was just stale, and we'd signed so many good players and he just wasn't getting the best out of them. And I think as a fan base, we all agree that it's probably the right time for him to go. But when you sack a manager, you've pretty much got to have somebody lined up, haven't you? Especially at that point of the season. And Wolves haven't done that. So I think he was sacked right at the start of October. And like we're coming up to mid-November now, and our new manager's only just about to start. So we've lost a good amount, a good chunk of games there. And who knows what the results would have been if we had got a new manager or if Bruno Lage would have stayed in charge of Wolves. But I think long term, it's the right decision for Wolves. And fortunately, I know we've waited quite a long time. Lopetegui coming in, really good experienced manager, and hopefully, like Seb said, hopefully we're not going to go down, but hopefully it's a manager that's going to start putting us in the right direction.
Yeah, and another question, right? What players from Wolves should Arsenal fear the most?
Neves has been sort of Mr. Consistent for us so far this season, and I think it's going to be a really good midfield battle tomorrow. I think similar to sort of Thomas Partey with you guys, when he plays well, Arsenal play well, and we're the same really with Neves. Depends who we play around him. Moutinho has been in and around the squad this season quite often. But I tend to like the midfield balance of Neves, Mateus Nunes if he's fit, and Boubacar Traore, who's a new player that we brought in this season. He just adds a bit more physicality to the midfield, a bit more of a box-to-box, and I think that would suit Wolves quite well. Play Nunes a little bit deeper, and I think this sort of game will suit Nunes a bit more because naturally we'll play deeper, and that's where he's at his best, where he can drive forward with the ball. He's really powerful runner. Adama Traore, I think, is always one that worries opposition fans. I think if he starts tomorrow, it'll be interesting with Wolves on the counter-attack to see how he does. But other than that, we've struggled. We haven't got an out-and-out striker. Jimenez. Diego Costa's obviously suspended. But I think Neves is the one. If he has a good game tomorrow, I think that'll help Wolves massively.
Yeah, obviously, going with your struggle, situation, right? You signed Diego Costa. Has he really hit the ground running at Wolves yet, or do you think it will take more time for him?
It will take more time. I think he's shown glimpses in games where he still looks like the player that we knew we were going to get, a quality player on the ball. He's had good chances. He's not scored as of yet, but there was one game, I think it was the Leicester game, we actually lost 4-0. I think he had 6 shots inside the area in the first half, which was like a record for a player without scoring or something like that. So he's had the chances, but with Costa, I think we all knew, especially now with VAR, it was just when he was going to do something stupid. And it was against Brentford, 97th minute, game was done, and he ends up nutting Ben Mee and getting sent off, and obviously puts us in a bit of a difficult position between then and now. So this is his last game of his suspension, so he'll be back after the World Cup break. But yeah, he's definitely not the player that we used to see playing for Chelsea anyway.
Yeah, and in your opinion, right, with your new manager coming in, how well do you think Wolves are going to do this season? What was your prediction for the end of this season? Do you think you'll comfortably get mid-table, say, or do you think you can go push further than that?
I think if we can get mid-table, I think that'd be a success. But bearing in mind, where we are right now, I think if we can push up the table, that'd be huge for us. I think anything more than that would be a miracle. But we just want to make sure we stay in this division, and the next year next season go from there. The last few we've done really well every season in the Premier League. I think Nuno's last season we struggled a little bit. Even last year, we were in around the top 6 up until we played you guys twice, and you got the better of us, and I think that sort of derailed our season really. But we've got a quality squad there, and Lopetegui's got a tough start. We play United, Man City, Liverpool in his first sort of 7-8 games, so it's going to be difficult. But I think that's where an experienced manager will come into his own. Hopefully, he'll help us climb up the table.
Yeah, man, and obviously, I know you got to go in about a few minutes, man. So, what's your score prediction? Give your score prediction for this game.
I'm not going to be daft. Normally, I would back Wolves, so I'm going to go with an Arsenal win. To be fair, I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm a bit edge on this game, right? Because I generally think you can come. We're playing at your home grounds. Has your home form been good this season, or is it mainly your away that's been poor?
Mate, it's been poor home and away. To be fair, both our wins this season have come at home. To be fair, the only 2 wins have come at home. But yeah, I mean, if Arsenal are on it, it'll be a very long night for Wolves. But if we can, frustrate you guys, it'll only be by a single goal if we manage to get anything. Like I've said, we're not big goal scorers, but yeah, I think the atmosphere could be key. New manager going to be there in the crowd as well. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Wolves turn up for this game.
Yeah, and do you have a YouTube channel, Dave, or are you just on social media?
Yeah, we're on YouTube, Talking Wolves as well. So obviously we've done a preview. We'll do a reaction after the game as well. So if Arsenal win, you want to see me almost in tears, then feel free to pop over to our channel, Talking Wolves.
Mate, yeah, all the best for the season, all that, man. I really appreciate you coming on. You know, even
No,
though
thanks, guys.
the time.
No.
Yeah, big up yourself, man. May the best team win for tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem. No.
See you
Cheers,
later,
boys.
man.
Cheers, Seb. Cheers, guys. See you later. Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Yes, Seb. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
I appreciate you getting it organised to get the Wolves down on today.
Yeah,
Even though it's short
sorry,
period of
it's
time.
a bit of a rush at the end, but yeah.
No, it's all cool, man. It's all cool. You know, I appreciate him coming on. Yeah, he seems a great guy, and yeah, big up to him. But yeah, before we get into Seb's view for this preview, and of course mine, let's get into your comments. Big up Ryan, how you doing, man? Big up RD12 as always, my man. Big up. How you doing today? I'm decent, man. Yeah, I'm very, very good. I'm Seb's you're good as well, my man. So yeah, everything's good. Josh, are you still doing fan cams? Yeah, you know what? I might bring them back if people come on it. You know, yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's do fan cams. All right. Anyway, yeah. So Seb, Wolves against Arsenal, the last game before the World Cup, and of course we're still top of the league. Can we make sure, if we get the 3 points, that we stay top of the league going into that World Cup? It'll be so nice, wouldn't it, that we go top of the league. We can sit back and enjoy the World Cup and then go again after the World Cup. And yeah, obviously, if we do win this, it'd be another very, big statement from Arsenal, because listen, I know Wolves have been shocking this season, right? But it's still a tough place to go to. And we, against Wolves, they've always given us a good game. And it's only last season when we did, do the double over them. That Emirates game when they won the up, I don't know how we won that in the end when we scored like the last minute goal. Pepe got us back into it in 10 minutes ago, and then I think it was Lacazette who it might have been a Jose own goal who
was.
Yeah, and then we ended up getting the win at the Emirates, and then at the away time it was 1-0 to Arsenal, weren't it? And we was down to 10 men as well. Yeah. So mate, we've had some tight games against them, and honestly, I'm confident because the way we've been playing this season. I'm confident because this is the type of game where we go away and we're sort of sorting out our way from this season. Like Crystal Palace, we don't really usually do well at Selhurst Park, but we won that game 2-0 at the start of the season. You could look at other games like Bournemouth, battered them 3-0. Chelsea, mate, got the win. Leeds, Leeds tough place to go away from home, beat them. So
Brentford as well.
Brentford, that's a good one. We battered them 3-0. So honestly, this will be a tough game. I'm confident that we will get the 3 points, my man. And what's your thoughts going into this game?
Yeah, I am confident, but at the same time, you've always got to be cautious. And the thing is, in these games, is that I think the key in this game is we've got to kill this off in the first half. We get chances, we take them, because could be a similar situation to Southampton away, because Wolves are now in a similar situation to what Southampton are. And the reason we didn't beat Southampton is because we messed up that first half. We didn't kill it off. I think we've got to do the same here, because Wolves are that type of team that can still hurt you, especially on the break. Just like Dave said, they can easily catch you on the break and they can get you. And you know what we've still not been like against teams that play counter-attacking football. So we really do need to be. Every player needs to be on it. And still needs to do a professional job. If we do that, then we should beat them. But if we waste chances and don't kill the game off and only probably go in drawing or holding on to a 1-0 lead, then that could be dangerous. And also, if you actually notice, these fixtures between Wolves and Arsenal in the last few years have actually been very feisty as well. Because remember last year when we had Martinelli got that sending off on which baffled me.
Yeah.
In one moment, and then we were like holding on, and then after the game, Ruben Neves came out and the celebration police. I think that was the game where this all started, and then they came to the Emirates again. It was very feisty as well. It was a good game, and we came back well, but this is a game that we really do need to kill off. And then the year before that, when they beat us twice, never forget that David Luiz red card, and then everything all changed.
Yeah.
And then the year before that, we did actually beat them at Molly.
We beat them 2-0, didn't we?
The year before that, when they're first in the Prem, they absolutely played us off the park in the first half.
3-1 at the Molineux, weren't it?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
3 before half time.
It was 3-0 up, and then we got the consolation goal, I think. Well, right, yeah, I think it's Socrates.
Yeah, that was it.
Socrates, well, I don't know. But yeah, man.
So that's what we got to do to them. Go back to that game when they played us off the park and beat us 3. We've got to do that to them going there.
Listen,
then we'll win this game.
It's gonna be a tough game. Like they've got some very underrated players who I would happily take at Arsenal, mate. And I've been very impressed with the guy they signed from Sporting. He's called Nunez. He's been superb this season. And obviously we all know about Ruben Neves. You know, I'll definitely take him at Arsenal.
Yeah, same.
We've got obviously they've got Gian Martino. Yeah,
Oh, he's a baller.
they've got Diego Costa up front. I mean, we all know about him as Arsenal fans when he played.
Well, he won't be playing, and thank goodness for that, because he would.
Will he not be playing?
No, he's suspended.
Diego Costa, no, he's suspended.
yeah.
It's his last game of suspension.
Of course. Oh yeah, and of course,
Thank goodness for that, because otherwise.
Priori as well.
Oh yeah, he's always a dangerous player.
Can be dangerous. He's end products, questionable. Then obviously they've got who's their left winner? Neto, but he's injured, isn't he?
Injured, yeah.
Thank God for that. What a player he is. And again, I want to happily take at Arsenal.
Yeah, me too.
I love the guy. I think he's a baller. But anyway, we've got another guest with us, of course, the main man, RD12. How you doing, bro? I've seen you've got a haircut, ain't you? You touched
Yeah, I've bleached it as well.
Big up, bro. Big up.
Oh my God.
It suits you, man. I'm being honest.
I'll tell you what. Long story short, you know, after when you bleach your hair, you have to put like toning on it.
Yeah.
It turns out that the stupid hairdresser gave us the pink tone, so it's sort of pink.
You're
I mean,
joking.
my hair's not that bad, but my brother's hair, Jesus Christ! Tomorrow he has to go to football with a hat on.
They gave you pink.
Not like bright pink, but yeah,
Oh my
it
God.
was sort of pink when I first like washed my hair. Like, oh my God.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
I mean, for example, if I was like under a lamp,
yeah.
then I think you would probably see the pink in my hair. But it's all right now when it is dry. But my brother's hair is quite pink.
Yeah.
Sort
Anyway,
of pink.
what is your thoughts on this Wolves game away, asking for the World Cup? Are you confident that we can go and get 3 points?
Yeah, I am confident that we can get a result against Wolves. Previous seasons we have done very well. Last season we did the double over them, and yeah, that's sort of serious. I think I am confident. Wolves aren't really in the best of places right now. They are in the relegation zone. They're playing with no striker. They have got a new manager, and like the Wolves fans say, you know, they might actually be pumped up for it because, of course, they have got a new manager in charge. But Arsenal should have enough. I mean, Leicester battered them 4-0 a couple of weeks ago. So, I mean, a point, to be fair, wouldn't be bad. But at the same time, because of goal difference, if City were going to win against Brentford, then they would leapfrog us still. So, yeah, nothing short of 3 points, really. The thing that we mustn't do, and that is lose, in my opinion, because we're going to end up like stewing around. Arteta's not really going to, I don't know, give a reaction to the players until they go out for the World Cup. So it's really important that we win at the weekend. Like I said, a draw wouldn't be bad, but a victory is definitely on the cards, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%, man. And yeah, Ryan, welcome back to the channel, my man.
Thank you for today. Hi, chat.
Yeah, we got RD12, we got Seb, we got myself, we got you in here. Yeah, how are you doing, Ryan, today? You good?
Yes. No. Let me talk about my thoughts of the Arsenal match this Saturday.
Of course, go ahead, man.
Well, I think it's rather close actually because I think Arsenal might have like an opportunity to beat Wolves though, but not for my team because I've got Tottenham
Who's your team?
Oh,
Leeds.
oh,
That's
Leeds.
it.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
thought
they're
for a
going to
second you said
absolute.
Tottenham. Jesus.
Oh, they're going
Who's
to
your
batter
team?
me
Leeds?
5-0. Leeds.
Oh, Leeds. Okay, up the Leeds,
Yeah.
mate.
I'm
The Leeds
going
are
to
playing
have a
Tottenham
right
this weekend.
shocker tomorrow. They're going to beat me 5-0.
Who? Tottenham going to beat Leeds 5-0.
Oh. Well, yes, let's go B for tomorrow, I tell you. Then you've got like Harry Kane, Son.
Yeah, but they play shit football, right?
Son's injured right now.
They play shit
Oh,
football.
that's-
Leeds are going to put up a good game, man. Trust me. Is it home
Yeah.
or away?
That Somerville
Is
Yeah,
that
it's
is a baller.
is that Ellen Road or the Spurs Stadium?
Spurs.
I don't know them.
No idea. So I think after my game, I'll get like the 3 points, and I suggest it's going to be like a 3-2 victory.
It's fine, man. Keep going. You're talking facts. I agree with you, Ryan. I think it will be a very tight game. I don't think we're going to go there and batter Wolves, to be honest, because I think they've got the new manager Bounce coming in, and I think they're going to give us a good game. So yeah, big up Ryan. Great opinion, my man.
Yeah.
And yes, let's move on then to our lineups. I'll give my lineup first. Goalkeeper Ramsdale, back four Ben White right back, Gabriel Saliba, Tierney, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. Seb, your lineup.
Yeah, I personally don't think there's any real reason to change it because the formula's working. I always say no need to change it. So that's Ramsdale, White,
Yeah.
Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, keep him in, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus. I don't think there's any need to change it.
You guys will play Zinchenko for this game instead of Tierney.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, he's fit, so play him and play him.
I think he suits the playing style, if I'm being honest.
I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, we'll play like Ruben Neves in the middle as well. I think we might need that technical ability in the middle. So I would actually start Zinchenko for this one. The rest speaks for itself, really.
But fair play. But no, yeah. My score prediction for this game, right? I'm gonna go with a tight. I'm gonna go with a narrow Arsenal win. I'm gonna go Wolves. I think they'll score Wolves 1, Arsenal 2, 2-1 to Arsenal. Seb, your score prediction?
2-0 Arsenal.
Are we 12? Your score prediction?
3-1 Arsenal.
Of course. Ryan, you said 3-2 to Arsenal.
Yes.
There we go. Before we do go, right, we have to address one thing, and that is about the performance on Wednesday night against Brighton and Hove Albion.
God.
We didn't watch the game. Seb, was you at the game?
Yes.
So he watched the full 90 minutes.
Mm.
I don't know if you heard Seb, but no people, apart from the people at the game, was able to watch it. It wasn't
That's
streamed.
true.
Streamed
It
everywhere.
was streamed. Yeah.
So I'm sat there looking at the bet comp, like Bet 365 when you click on the game and they do like not really highlights. They just show the game, but like
Yeah.
it's like, you guys get what I mean. I was
That's like a
looking at
special.
he's looking at Gillette Soccer Special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We could not watch the game, but Seb, you watched the full game. You had the full perspective on it. Quickly give your thoughts on that performance against Brighton.
I have to say, well, not great to be fair. To be fair, I thought we started all right. When we got the goal, we were actually kind of in control of the game and actually had chances to kill the game off. And even when they equalised, we were still playing all right. And at the start of the second half, we had two really good chances. And then as soon as we went behind, it was they just literally weren't able to pick themselves back up and literally come back from that. So it was literally when we went behind, and they were definitely the better team and could have scored more. That was what I thought. But I didn't think really the fringe players really did themselves in any glory. I thought Reece Nelson was trying. He was trying.
It was good.
But the rest, I'm sorry, just weren't good enough. Nketiah's goal was good.
I mean, how did Fabio Vieira play? Because I heard lots of people saying he was crap.
Not great. No, I'm sorry. That wasn't a good performance from him. He just wasn't really. He just wasn't really in the game.
How do you guys look at that game, like in terms of the Carabao Cup? Right? How do you see this competition? Because personally, in my opinion, you want to win every single you want to win every cup you're in, right? That's the standard for me. And the Carabao Cup, we've only won 2 in our history, if I'm not wrong. We've won 2 League Cups in history. Of course, I was never born when me and RD12. I think Seb, you might have been born when you even Seb wasn't even born. So people disregard the League Cup, right? Personally, it's a trophy that I want Arsenal to win because honestly, we do have the squads, in my opinion, to go far because most of these big teams are already out, and they played a few youngsters. I know we did that as well, but I would have loved to see Arsenal go on the cup run in the League Cup and get all the way to the final and maybe win it. I don't know what you guys think about the League Cup. You know, do you rate it as a competition or what?
I don't know really. To be fair, if we would have got through on Wednesday, the next round of the Carabao Cup is 3 days after the World Cup final. So our players coming back from the World Cup might have actually been included in the squad. So to be fair, I'm not going to overreact. But what I will say is that second team is worrying. I mean, Brighton, to be fair to them, they played their second team as well.
They did. They had no Trossard or anything.
Yeah. You're sitting there like, Brighton's second team are better than the team that we put out on Wednesday. So personally, I think a lot of that starting 11 that played on Wednesday just either needs to be sold or just needs a loan. I mean, Marquinhos, I think, is one of them that needs a loan. I mean, he's not even been playing in the Europa League yet. And Nketiah, I wouldn't sell him, but he's third choice at best. He scored a great goal. But
this is what he does, though.
That,
He scores in the Carabao Cup, don't he? He doesn't do it in the Premier League.
Yeah, and the Europa League.
That's it.
Yeah. Who else played? Fabio Vieira. I mean, I want to see a lot more from him.
He just needs game time for me.
Personally, I wouldn't even think he gets ahead of Smith Rowe at this minute in time. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as Smith Rowe comes back, I would actually put him ahead of Fabio Vieira because Fabio Vieira, apart from that Brentford goal, have we really been impressed with him so far?
But has he been playing in his actual position though? He's been playing like number 8, hasn't he?
He's been playing all over the place. He's been playing on the right. He's been playing in a number 8, and I don't know why. This is my only criticism with Arteta. Why are you playing players who aren't? I don't know. Well, I'm not going to say they don't want to be in the squad. Of course, they want to be in the first team. But why are you playing players who are in this second team, ironically, out of position? That's I don't get, because they're not really going to take their chance, are they? Because they're playing out of position. But I believe Fabio Vieira did play as a number 10 against Brighton, if I'm mistaken, and apparently didn't do much. So personally, I do want to see a lot more of him. Don't forget, he is coming back from an injury that he picked up right at the start of the season. So I think his chance will come, and he will be a good player for us. He just needs some more minutes, and he needs to sort out his physicality as well, because he's too similar to Martin Odegaard. Because, like I said, you're not going to get through in the Premier League with physicality like that. So, I think Fabio Vieira, needs some more minutes. But if he puts performances in like that, I'm sorry, but I'm Smith Rowe all day long at the moment.
Yeah. Listen, like my criticism about Arteta for this Brian, he got the lineup wrong for me. Why is he playing Cahill in goal? Like, I'm sorry, Matt Turner was on the bench. For me, you saw Matt Turner.
I didn't even know he was on the bench.
That was strange.
Has not played a match. Cahill didn't even play the pre-season, did he? No. Why has he been randomly thrown in this game? He's third choice goalkeeper.
I'll tell you what, it's similar to when we chucked in a Okonkwo in pre-season and he made that terrible mistake.
Matt Turner was on the bench.
But at least that was actually pre-season. Carl Payne, like you said, has not played in pre-season, and he gets chucked in against a good Brighton side.
Yeah.
Granted,
look, I feel
that was very, very strange. Ramsdale wasn't in the squad either, so the only real option was Matt Turner. And to be fair, big up to Cahill. It's not easy coming into a team like that. But again, I would have still started Matt Turner. I thought he was actually still injured before the game. I don't really look at the bench too much when I look at starting the
He was
11s.
literally on the bench. Like, honestly, why did he not play Matt Turner? But honestly, like, listen, about Kahien, yeah, I feel bad for him. Like, I feel sorry for him because he made a mistake. You know, it was his debut for Arsenal. I don't know how old he is. Is he young, Seb? Kahien?
20?
19, 20, yeah.
So, look, the guy's got
That
potential.
type of keeper should not be playing for Arsenal.
He should not be playing in the
should-
Carabao Cup match against a Premier League side of Brighton, mate. We should
Yeah.
be playing Matt Turner. Matt Turner, to be fair, right? When we first signed him, I was a bit like, really? But so far, he's actually done all right, Matt Turner.
Yeah, he's done all right.
He's I know he hasn't had that much to do. I think he's actually.
Bodo Glimt made some good saves.
I think he's actually kept all the clean sheets apart from the Zurich game when we won because we played PSV, we played Ramsdale in goal, didn't we? We didn't play Matt Turner. So
No, I think we played Turner against PSV
Really?
and then
PSV at home we played Turner, but
PSV
away.
when we lost 2-0.
Yeah.
That was Ramsdale.
Yeah.
So I mean, the guy's conceded 1 goal so far in his every game he's started.
yeah,
So
and he's going to be going to
He's going to
Qatar
World
as
Cup.
well.
he plays the World Cup as well, mate. Listen, yeah,
Not
Matt
bad.
Turner's good size. He's a good backup, and we should have played him against Brighton for me.
Yeah.
And then as for the rest of the lineup, right? We play Cedric, who for me,
He brings experience. That's about it.
Seb, how did Cedric perform?
No, he wasn't good either.
Shocking.
No,
That's
no.
what I heard. He was shit, right?
He brings
Then we
that
played-
Portuguese Sue, but that's it.
Then we played Saliba. I mean, how did he play, Seb? Was he
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah, he was all right.
Why do we not play Gabriel though?
I don't know.
Was he on the bench?
Saliba.
Yeah, he was. Then he came on.
And then we played Holding, who's just Rob Holding in it, you know.
That's what he does. Yeah.
Then we had, was it
Tierney.
Tierney? Was he good?
He was okay.
Yeah, he
Jesus,
I mean,
Conklin,
Tierney just
Elneny.
start for me. Then obviously midfield we had Lokonga.
Oh
He's got-
God!
Go send him out on loan, Seb. I'm sorry, right?
I agree. Alson
Sorry.
Road. He's not ready.
He's
Yeah.
just not like maybe he's a good in a few years' time, but right now,
Yeah.
no.
We need players for now if we're going to be
And then we
there.
had El Neni, and El Neni is just what you get with El Neni. He keeps it safe, don't he? It doesn't risk too much. He just that player who just
He never passes the ball forward. So
doesn't have that quality about him.
Yeah.
It's sideways, backwards.
Isn't that bad either?
Can
And then
I
we-
touch on Sambi Lokonga? Sorry to cut you
Go on,
off,
go on.
but yeah, this guy's been screaming for a chance for how long now, and he's had plenty of chances in the Europa League, and he hasn't taken them. I mean, in that last game against, was it Zurich? He played as a number 8, and I was actually quite excited. Oh, I tell you what, new position for Sambi. It's a lot of pressure playing as a CDM, protecting that back 4. He didn't do anything.
It was shocking.
And with Xhaka in a much advanced role, we've seen him how he's performed so far this season. You've got to be doing better than that if you want chances in this first team. Because at this moment in time, I haven't seen him play that great since the Villa game at the start of the season, where I thought, I tell you what, maybe Sambi might actually step up, and that might gain him some confidence. But at this moment in time, I would loan him and I don't know, get someone in who can actually back up Partey. I mean, yes, we've got El Neni who is good coming off the bench to see out games, but he's not a player to start games though, because the guy can't pass the ball forward. So personally, Danilo or who's the other guy we're linked with? I can't even remember at the top of my head, but Danilo is one of the players that we're linked with. I don't know much about him, but why not? Is he from the Brazilian league?
Yeah,
Again, Brazilians.
But again,
We've had some luck with Brazilians, so
how
why
many
not
people-
go and get him?
how many people watch how many people actually watch? If you're not Brazilian, right? How many people sit there and watch the league in general? Our fan base who are not Brazilian. How many do you think sit there? For me, none of them do, right? And they just go on, they go on YouTube and they talk about Danilo clips, yeah, and because he's Brazilian, of course, he can be very skillful. And they're like, "Oh yes, we must sign him." Honestly, right? Honestly, yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it could be because listen, we've got a good record with Brazilian players, don't we? I mean, we signed Martinelli. We got Gabriel and all that. So who
Marquinhos.
knows? I mean, Marquinhos. So you know what? I'll give it a chance, right? But we still need many players. I'm going to touch on January in a minute, but yeah, honestly, that game out of the Carabao Cup, very disappointed. I want to go find this competition.
Yeah,
It's done now. We've got to move on. We've still got the FA Cup to focus on as well. We've got the Europa League to focus on, of course, the Premier League as well. So, yes.
we don't really need to be too negative, do we, over a Carabao Cup match?
Listen, it is what it is.
No,
But
not just any old tournament. I'm glad because saying that because I'm so glad the World Cup will be coming soon. It's
I can't
just hope Canada wins it.
Oh God!
listen, we're going to do a podcast Monday, right? And we're going to do our final World Cup predictions. All four of you can come on, right? If you're free, RD12, if you're free, Seb.
Yeah.
Ryan, give your prediction once again. Your final prediction. I want you to be honest with me, right? Who's going to win the World Cup? Honestly, that will be on Monday. All right, that'll be Monday. We're going to do a World Cup special. We're going to leave us out for a minute. We'll do World Cup special because I can't wait for that. But tomorrow we do focus on the Wolves game away from home. I do think we're going to win. Very confident going into this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we do wrap things up, right? January window's coming. After the World Cup, January windows is coming up, and yeah, we all know that Arsenal needs to strengthen. I mean, yeah, it's not silly. Like, we're not silly. We know what needs to be done, and yeah, of course, the main talk is this guy about Mikhailo Mudryk, who plays for Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah.
I think the fee is 50 million. If I'm not wrong, is that what Shakhtar Donetsk around that? Seb, is it around that 50 million?
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, 52
Around
million.
that. Honestly, I've seen the guy in the Champions League. That's it. I mean, I'm again another player who plays in the Ukrainian league. People don't watch the Ukrainian league, but I have seen him in the Champions League, and he's very, very good. Yeah, obviously, what's your thoughts about Mudryk, guys? Like, do you think he'll be? I just don't know about him. Like, the price tag's high as well.
It's a big risk.
I just don't know. Like,
it's a big risk.
Yeah, he's a very good player. He's impressed in the Champions League.
Yeah.
But same amount of money as the Lacazette deal, I believe. And obviously that worked out for 2 seasons, and then it went apart. So, yeah, I don't know. 52 million is a lot of money. He is a good player, and if he was the only option, then I guess we'd take him. It's a winger at the end of the day. We do need backup, but 53 million on a player who is still young, still progressing really, really well, to be honest. 52 million, is he ready to take that massive step up? I don't think so.
No.
But if he's the only option, if we go into deadline day still needing a winger, and we get Mudryk, I wouldn't be too upset because it is a winger at the end of the day.
I just want us to sign players. Like, that's the main thing that worries me is we go in this January window and we sign nobody like we did last season.
Oh my God.
Literally, that will. I don't know what's there about that. But honestly,
I don't think they will, but.
I mean, who knows, man? Honestly, I mean, why did we not sign anyone last season? We brought a top 4. I didn't understand that because we was linked to Valevich the whole window, mate.
Maybe
never
because,
done.
Mate, it's
no idea.
This January as well, isn't it?
Maybe because last January they'll probably more focus on getting Aubameyang out and dealing with that. So as we saw in the documentary, I think that was probably why. But now we don't actually have any of that at the club. Now there's no excuses.
Yeah, and obviously, like, there's other players who we have been linked with, like Milinkovic Savic, definitely a guy I'll take. He's a baller. Like, I actually watch the Italian league a lot, and yeah, I watch him. He's quality, right? He's quality, and yeah, definitely need him. And yeah, I don't know any more players. I think Gakpo as well. Gakpo didn't really impress me when we played him at the Emirates. He was a lot better when we went away and played at PSV. And he's been called up for the Netherlands squad, so honestly, he couldn't be that bad of an option. But yeah, and obviously Danilo as well, this Brazilian geezer.
One still being linked.
Who?
Tielemans still.
Oh, Tielemans as well. Yeah.
Apparently he's free next summer.
Tielemans has been doing really well. Tielemans has picked up his form this season. And he scored a few goals the past few
Yeah,
games.
we need to score more goals from our midfield.
Listen, the guy who I would love at Arsenal, he also plays Leicester, right? Is James Maddison. I mean, the guy for me,
Oh my God.
I love the guy. Like, honestly, he's been called up for England as well. Deserved it. He's been doing quality for Leicester. I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it was me, he'll play out. I definitely would sign for Arsenal.
I tell you what, I actually got trolled earlier because I thought Maddison wasn't going. As soon as I realised that he was in the forwards list, and I was like, "Oh, thank God for that!" Because I swear to God, if he was not on that plane, I don't know what I would have done. I might as well not have watched the rest of the World Cup, to be honest, because honestly, Maddison definitely deserves the call up. And the fact Tomori hasn't got called up, and Ward-Prowse, but Conor Gallagher, I'm sorry, and Calvin Phillips, who hasn't played a minute for Manchester City so far. Like, come on, it's the same crap with Southgate, in it.
It is,
When
but
it comes to England's squad.
what I will say, right? At least you picked Ben White because I don't
Yeah,
think
but like, you had to pick Ben White.
But Ben White, right? Well, I personally thought he wouldn't choose him, but maybe if Three Champions was fit, would have Ben White been got in the squad? No, in Southgate, probably no. But I'm happy for Ben White, man. He's deserved it. He's been quality for us this season.
Yeah,
and
that's been quality.
I don't know if he'll start in the World Cup, but he is versatility.
He probably won't, to be
He
honest.
can play centre back, he play right back. So who knows? Like, honestly, obviously you got Harry Maguire in there as well.
Great. Cody.
Great. Where's Tomori?
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, you're not picked, mate. Oh yeah, he's been one of the best centre backs.
Ward-Prowse.
No, you're not picked. Let's play Harry Maguire instead. What is he doing?
I'm sorry, but Ward-Prowse, if this guy played for Man United, Tottenham,
I have
or
no idea.
Liverpool, then he would have been called up.
Honestly, mate.
But because
Calvin
it's
Phillips,
Southampton, he doesn't
Calvin
get called
Phillips.
up.
Calvin Phillips has not played a single minute for Man City yet.
Oh,
And
because
he's-
he had a good Euros. When was
And
the
he's
Euros again?
But
2 years ago.
honestly,
2 years ago, the last Euros. And Phillips
I think it
gets
was like
called up because he had
2018
a
or something,
great...
about 2 years
I don't
ago.
forget as
And
well.
then for 2021 or something.
What about now? What about now? I mean, to be fair, in the Euros, Phillips was playing for Leeds, so you had no problems of calling him up. But you don't call up Ward-Prowse. Don't forget, no, I was about to say Leeds were fighting for relegation in the Euros. We almost finished below them that season. But no, last season they're actually fighting for relegation, and then he gets a big move to City. I don't even think he's played a Champions League Carabao Cup.
He hasn't played a game for Manchester City. Not one appearance. Not in the Carabao Cup.
Jesus.
Not in the
I don't
Champions
even
League,
think he,
not in the Premier
I
League.
don't think he was that great as people were saying he was in the Euros. Like that Scotland game,
Mate, he is so overrated, mate. I'm sorry to say, he's so
Yeah.
overrated. Like, we should be. I mean, he for me, he's not going to start because we're going to play Declan Rice. Hopefully, Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham. That has
Yeah,
got to be our
so-
two midfielders, right? And then he'll probably go with Mason Mount or Maddison.
I'll go Maddison all day long.
Exactly. Mason Mount's been shocking this season for Chelsea.
He's been
like,
shocking for England as well.
literally like.
Oh,
and then
absolutely
obviously-
shocking, you know.
I don't know what's happening with Jack Grealish, right? He hasn't lived up to his price tag for Man City. For England, he actually does all right. So, you know, and then of course you've got Sterling again. Seems to actually do well for England. I mean, the Euros here had a decent Euros. Then of course the striker, of course, we've got Harry Kane, and then the backup. I think Callum Wilson got picked. 100% deserve that.
Where's Ivan Toney? But probably because of the allegations.
Ivan Toney, yeah, mate. No, could you pay for Brentford, mate? You ain't getting
To
it.
be fair,
Honestly.
there has been some allegations going on, so maybe that's why
Wow.
he hasn't been taken. Because if they're true, then yeah, he shouldn't be representing the country.
But yeah, I mean, at least Ramsdale's got in, at least Saka's in, of course. That was a
Yeah,
gift.
of course, Saka has
At
to
least
be in there.
Ben White's in there. So honestly, I'm very excited for this World Cup. I don't think England are going to win it.
Oh, me
much
too.
as
So,
England will
personally,
not
Saka has to start.
win. Yes,
If he doesn't start in the World Cup,
yes.
honestly, even if England won against Germany, their last international game before the World Cup, even if we won that game, Southgate. Actually, no. Sorry, if we lost that game, Southgate wouldn't have been sacked. But because Saka came on, claimed 2 assists, I believe. I can't actually remember. He saves his job.
No, Southgate. Southgate is shit, mate. Honestly, the thing that saved him is getting to that Euro final last 2020, right?
And the semi-finals in the
And
last
the World
Cup.
Cup. That World Cup was a fluke, right? I'll tell you why. That group stage, right? We lost to Belgium, didn't we, on the last game? I think it was 1-0. Yeah.
3-0.
So
I think it was
finished
1-0. I
second.
can't remember it.
We finished second. We got a last-minute win against Tunisia. We battered Panama, who are dog shit. Like, no disrespect to their country, but they are.
Oh, you can't spit on Panama.
I'm sorry,
like
Panama. I'm sorry, Panama. But we are.
I'm sorry, Panama. There's no offense. No offense.
No offense, Panama. Right? Big up your country.
No
Great
offense,
country,
Panama.
right?
You're a lovely country. You have a lovely currency. And your lovely food. And lovely drinks.
Then we went to the last 16.
Let's apologize about that.
Fair enough. Then we played Sweden. Sweden, like, they're all right, but we expected to win. Then we lost to an actual good side, Croatia, in the semi-final, right? And then the Euros, we got we were 1-0 on our first game against Croatia. Finally, you got the revenge, fair play. 0-0 against Scotland. That game was pathetic. 1-0 against Czech Republic. Is what it is. And then the only game I'll give South credit for, right, is the Germany game, because not many people expect us.
I'll say Ukraine game.
Ukraine as well, yeah. Yeah, we backed Ukraine. Yeah.
And that wasn't even at Wembley.
Denmark was a tough game, 2-1 after extra time, and then that Italy game, yeah, we started off well, but then Italy deserved the win. I'm not saying that because a little bit in me, it's facts for me. So yeah, honestly, Southgate is dog. He's on his dog shit, like, and the sooner
and also I believe after that final,
yeah,
he got given a new contract.
and
I mean,
that Nations League campaign was horrendous. How we losing to Hungary twice?
Unbelievable.
Honestly, he beat Scotland. Sorry, not Scotland. He beat Croatia, Czech Republic, Germany, and then of course trace it back to the World Cup when we played Panama and Tunisia.
Yeah.
And then Belgium, of course. That is like giving me a Manchester City contract. Sorry, a new contract. When we've got the fixtures of Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, Leicester, Fulham, and whoever you want to chuck in there. That is basically what it is. You're England, of course, you're going to win those games. I could take charge of that England team, and we still could have beaten them sort of nations. So, what on earth has he done to deserve a contract? Please.
Honestly, and this World Cup, right? The group in general is not even that easy for England, right? Because you got USA in there. I mean, we're going to touch on this when we do the predictions in the podcast, but we've got USA in there, right? USA always do well in the World Cups against England. Like, that's been proven many years, right? We got Wales. Wales is a tough game. Like, we got a last-minute winner in the Euro 2016, didn't we, against them? They're a good side.
Yes, we did.
You got who's the other one? Iran, right? Fine.
Got that Iran.
But if we finish top of the group, we do have to play the Group A second in the group. That's going to be Netherlands or Senegal for me. Both of them teams are very tough, right? Senegal are the AFCON winners. Senegal now have Sadio Mane. He's been picked for the squad. People feel like, oh, he's injured. No, he's picked, right? Netherlands, on their day, fantastic, right? And then we say we win that game. We play whoever like wins the last 16. I think if France get through, play France, or I think it might be Spain, some a team like that. We Southgate will not beat a team like Spain, a team like France, a team like Argentina, Brazil. So we ain't winning the World Cup.
Yeah, I agree.
We ain't winning the World Cup.
I agree as well.
Ryan, Canada will win the World Cup.
Yes, because they go through to the first round, they get through to the second round, and then the third, the fourth, and the fifth.
They could because listen, Canada, the group they got Morocco, they got Croatia and Belgium. Belgium, their defense is shocking. I've seen their squad now.
Yeah.
Their defense is shit. Their defense is awful. Right. Croatia are good. Morocco, you could beat. Canada could beat Morocco. So you could get out of the group. Then you could go last 16 and get knocked out, right? It's not going to Toronto. It's probably going to go to Messi. But no,
I'll tell you what. This might be controversial. I know you want to save the World Cup predictions until Monday, but little sneaky spoiler. I've got a feeling it's between Argentina and Brazil. Argentina's squad is incredible.
Yeah, and they've gone on like 35 unbeaten run as well. 35 unbeaten game. They're doing fantastic under their new manager as well. So, yeah, that's another team where I've seen their squad today, right? And I look at that, and their defense has improved massively than 2018, man, and their attack's looking solid as well. Brazil, in it. Their attack's unbelievable. Even Dani Alves is still playing. Like Dani Alves, even that, I think he's 40 now. Even at his age, he's still a fucking quality right back, man. Honestly, even at his age, he's still that good.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, between them two. But obviously, we'll save that for Monday, of course. Big podcast. I hope all you guys are available. RD12
Podcast.
Yeah, we're doing World Cup podcast predictions. World Cup special, my friend.
A Wolves Arsenal preview, and then at the end, World Cup. Oh, all good.
We have got on this channel coming up, right? We've got tomorrow's game, match review, player ratings, fan cams, as you suggested here, my man. They're coming back. So if both of you are free for tomorrow, I think the game. What time is it? Game's like late cook. It's like
7:45, I think.
Yeah, 7:45 kickoff.
So if you guys are free after the game, let me know. We can do the fan cams. I'll try and ask a few more people as well. And yeah, they can come back to the channel. And then obviously that's Saturday, Sunday, nothing. And then Monday, hopefully all three of you are available, right? World Cup predictions. We're gonna go through every single. So we're gonna go Seb, RD12's, Ryan's, mine, all in one podcast. It may take a while because Ryan thinks Canada will win the World Cup. So sorry, Ryan, but we have to educate you. I'm sorry, my man. I mean, it's a bold prediction, but you have to give us 5 good reasons why Canada will win this World Cup. All right, Ryan.
That's another video idea.
Your homework for Monday.
Oh wait, you got work Monday?
No, I was saying to him, that's your homework for Monday.
Oh,
That's him.
thank God. Thank God, Seb. Thank God you're available, man, because we need you on the podcast.
No, I'll be fine that time. Yeah, sure.
Nice, man. Yeah, calm. But yes, guys, thanks for watching. Feel like everyone who's come on. I've said I've gone 2-1 Arsenal. Seb's gone 2-0. RD12's gone 3-1. Ryan's gone 3-2 to Arsenal. And yeah, big game for Arsenal tomorrow. Let's see if we can stay top of the league, put our feet up, and then watch the World Cup, and then go back against West Ham Boxing Day. So yeah,
Probably top of the Christmas tree as well.
yes, vamos. So yeah, big up everyone. Smash the like button.
Having not to get back down again.
Ryan, you support Leeds, mate.
So hopefully, and of course tomorrow, hopefully I beat Leeds.
Did you watch the Arsenal this game? Who beat you, Ryan?
That much against Tottenham.
I mean,
So fingers crossed
I
for
will
me.
be supporting Leeds for that game, my man. Come on, Leeds.
Definitely.
Up the
But
Leeds.
yes,
Come on.
so hopefully, fingers crossed for me, I should be able to beat Tottenham. If not, I'll be shred to bits.
Yeah. Just
Alright,
before I
thanks.
go, by the way,
Go on, man.
surely my bleached hair is a guardian to Arsenal winning the Premier League and England winning the World Cup. If that doesn't happen, then I'm probably not going to do that ever again.
Let's hope it does happen.
If England win the World Cup, right, I'm putting it out there. I'll dye my hair blonde if England win the World Cup.
I mean, we got to the final the last time I did this, so
For real, yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, anyway, big up everyone. If you're watching the playback as well, make sure you subscribe to RD12's channel. He's just hit 800 subscribers, right? So yeah, you just hit 800.
Yeah.
So yeah, big up. You're on the road to 1K. You're gonna get there soon. It's a really nice feeling when you hit 1K because yeah, you're that close to getting monetized as well. We start earning money and all that stuff. So
Shorts the other way to go.
mate, shorts, that's a new thing as well. They're gonna start paying people to do shorts. So that is the way to go. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to RD12. Let's get into 1K. Honestly, it can be done. And yeah, subscribe to me as well. We're on the road to 3K subscribers as always. Make sure you follow Seb on Twitter. Make sure you say to Ryan that Canada will not win the World Cup in the comment section because it's not going to happen. Big up Ryan, thanks for coming on, bro.
I don't believe this. I mean, I'm so
Ryan, I'll
about
see you
this.
Monday, bro. I'll see you Monday for the predictions. Goodbye, Ryan. Thanks for coming on, bro. I appreciate
See
it.
ya.
See you later. Cheers, mate.
Come on,
Big
you
up
Red.
RD12. Big up RD12 as well. Thanks for coming
Come
on.
on, you Reds.
I'll speak to you later. I'll see you, man. Seb as well, my man. Big up yourself. As always, thanks for coming on, man. I do appreciate it.
No worries. Come on, you Reds.
Come on, you guys. See you later, Seb.
See you later.
Yes, my people. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. And yes, I will be back very soon with the match review tomorrow. Player ratings tomorrow as well. And yeah, big everyone who's watched today, smash the like button if you're watching on playback as well. If anyone is watching this on playback and you got to the 55-minute mark, you're a real one. All right, big up, everyone who's watched today. And yeah, as I said, I think Arsenal will win this 2-1. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Good evening. Actually lost against Man United. Bad evening for good evening, but yeah, hopefully we get a good evening for Arsenal. Big up everyone in the chat. See you guys later. Peace.